Hello everybody, and thank you for joining or looking at this video. This is Ray Garrett here, and I wanted to create a quick video on Leadrouter as you guys will use it. And I'll apologize in advance. There are some features here that may not just be ready yet simply because we haven't converted. But I'm going to hypothesize on how some of them may be used once it gets going. But here's the thing, today is the 15th, as you see by the bottom corner here. We're going live in Sacramento tomorrow, so I wanted to at least get something out that showed these issues. Now, I have tried over the weekend and since ZapCon to get these changed, and I'm assuming they are going to change them. But in the meantime, I want to show you how to do just the bare minimum in here, just in case you need to on as we roll out, even if these issues have not been changed. Okay, so I'll go over those as we go. First of all, this will be your home screen. I am currently logged in as our Sacramento manager. This is, I'm masquerading as him. And this is kind of the view that is available in the beginning, although these may completely change. This is for the entire company, so this view might completely change during rollover. You might have thousands of things here, I don't know. But anyway, we reassign leads in Zap, not in Leadrouter, so this is not relevant for us anyway, at least in the beginning. And like I said, I'm going to make a new video. Please write that down so you can remember that. This is not the final video, okay? I'm going to make a new video once we get more clarity on some of these issues. Okay, so number one, the first thing you're going to do is just mouse over. There's lots of things to mouse over up here, manage agents, all that stuff. The first thing I want to suggest you do is just mouse over home base InTouch settings right here, and you'll have these 4 categories. Just select users. Again, this is just in the beginning. We're going to go into this stuff much more deeply. Okay, this is just in the beginning. I want to get you guys available and ready to make changes on the fly if you need to this week, and then I will publish more videos once we get more clarity. So these are all the users in the system. These are all the agents, and right now, as you're seeing, this manager is seeing everybody in that entire company, Northern California company, all 4,500 agents. Is what it is. That's what it is right now. Ideally, what's going to happen is that this manager will only see the PbZ agents. That's not functioning now, but again, I'm down to the last hour and I've got to create a video. So there are all offices here, but I have come in and I have looked at this. I found a way here that we can limit this stuff. First of all, if you want to check a single agent, let's say you're onboarding a new agent, you're just going to type the name in here. Ramirez, will say. And once you start typing here, those people will come up, and Mona Ramirez is an agent in Sacramento. And you can see here that that information is set up. Now, I will just click her name. Before I do that, though, I want to show you a way to get a view of all of the agents. Now, this is still not limiting to just Sacramento, but if I want to look at all of PbZ over here, and this might go for some of you guys who you're the only office in that company or something like that. But I can go over here to PbZ Zip and filter by PbZ Zip. And once I click that, I can see this box is checked. So that will be all of the agents there. And I can just go ahead. I think there's something like 400 of them, but I can just go ahead and select the view. So if you want to just see all of those there, you can go check them like this. Okay, now this is something else that I did while I'm on this page, and then we'll go into the agent himself. So you can see the eligibility, all this stuff, and trained is a really, really important feature as well. We'll go over that in a second. But what I want to show you is that there are a number of PbZ agents that are not trained. Now, trained in this system means that they will be able to use Zap. It doesn't mean they'll get leads. It just means that they'll be able to enter a name into Zap. Otherwise, they won't be able to enter a name in Zap. So if you're having somebody that has that particular issue, then you've got to make sure they're trained. Now, I'm showing a number of folks who are not trained in Zap here. So you might want to check this out when you go live. So you want to go up here to trained here and filter by that, hit no. And you can see here, not trained, but they are PbZ. And there are a bunch of them, right? There's a bunch of them that are showing this. Now, again, tomorrow this might be completely different. There might be a so we see looks like about 40 or so that are not trained here that are PbZ. Once you guys go live, it might work, it might not, but I just want to show you just in case what to do. Okay, so let's just take one of these names here. We'll go to Vargas, Renee Vargas here. I'm going to click on this person's name, and it's going to bring up this window. Now, this window is going to look the same for every single person. For somebody to get leads on this system, and for everybody to be able to use this out, first of all, they got to be marked trained. That's where that thing is right there. Also, they've got to be marked to participate here in the PbZ zip panel, and they've got to be selected to quartile except for the 4th quartile. So we've got to select either 1, 2, or 3, depending. So this would be like platinum, gold, silver, and then no leads at all. Okay? So whatever thing they're supposed to be in. But if they're not marked trained, none of that does any good because they can't even enter a name in the Zap if they're not marked trained. Now, I'm not going to touch this because that might be for good reason. That's why maybe their platform is shut down. I don't know. Just wanted you to see it so you can you can see that. Okay. All right. So that gets rid of people who are not marked trained. Now let's just go in. Let's look at all folks here. I'm going to look now at all trained and untrained. And what we'll do here is we are going to again narrow by PbZ zip. And let's just say I've got a single agent. I want to show you how to mark their leads, okay, and just get them set up overall. So let's just pretend like this Linda Ulrich here is brand new agent. And she's going to show up instantly in Leadrouter because this feeds in from Trident. So as soon as they're marked in Trident, a day later they should be in Leadrouter. So I can go in and just search her name, Ulrich. And when I do, she is there, right? So I'm just going to click her name. Now, once I'm setting her up, the first thing I have to do to set her up is I've got to mark her in one of the quartiles here. And I think you guys mark them in 2nd quartile or gold status when they're brand new. That's fine. You just got to mark her there. Now here's another thing that you need to remember. The system is automatically going to assign zip codes, not territories, but zip codes to her based on her office location. So whatever office she's assigned to, she's automatically going to get all of the zip codes assigned to that office. If you don't want that to be the case, you have to deselect zip codes or select other zip codes. Now, the agents who are transferring, this should be set up for them. Whatever territories they're in now, it should transfer over and work perfectly. But in case it does not, I want to show you how to change that. Also, in the next week or so, if you affiliate somebody, I want to go ahead and show you how to set them up as well. So if you got to change the zip codes, that's here in area. So again, I'll click out of this box right here. I'm going to click on Linda's name again. Remember, we just searched Ulrich. We had her there. So again, the steps are go into here, go to users, select users there. You may see the whole company. You may not. Okay, whatever. You're going to go into Ulrich. As soon as you start typing her name, she's there. Okay, so I will click her name. I can see here that she's trained and she participates. I need to select her. I need to switch her. So I'm going to, hypothetically, I'm going to pretend I'm switching her to 2nd quartile, which I'm not going to do that yet. And then I'm going to go to area. Okay. Now, area is where all of the zip codes are. And you can see here there are 722 zip codes in the Northern California area. That's way too many. I'm never going to know that. So the first thing I want to do is see if there are any assigned already. For this agent, there probably are. So I can see that there are some assigned. Are these the right ones or not? You see the cities over here. Now let's just say they were not, and I am going to see. There's one that's in Pacifica. So let's say we want to see if she's all in all of the ones for Pacifica. So I can type in Pacifica here, and there's only one zip code in the system. Let me see all. There's only one zip code in the system for Pacifica, and she's assigned to it already. Now, if you didn't want her to have that, simply uncheck that box. So now I can go in and I can say Sacramento. That's a whole big, I'm sure there are tons of zip codes in Sacramento. Now, let's see if she's assigned in any. She's not assigned to any in Sacramento, but there are tons of zip codes in Sacramento. So if you want to assign this agent to one, you just simply check it, and then it will assign it. Okay. Now here's one that says set office defaults here. I am not going to do that on this particular instance. I don't want to show you guys anything necessarily that you need to do that will that isn't absolutely necessary. Now, there's a couple of other things you'll see here. We'll get into that stuff a little bit later. We can go into source areas right now. Right now, there's none assigned for this person, but the essential piece here is just the area and then the lead setting. Okay. Now, another piece that may come up, the only reason I'm bringing this up right now in this video, is the group. So they have to be set up in the PbZ agents group. That should happen automatically. You should never, ever have to change that. But just in case, I wanted to show you where it is. Okay. Also, you might have agents who are set up to receive USAA leads or relocation leads or whatever, Zillow or something like that in your areas. I don't like that. That's not everybody, but that may happen. You know who you are if that's part of your group. Then you might see something else checked as well. But this PbZ agents should be checked automatically. You should never have to do anything for that. All right. Now that is absolutely essential stuff. Now I did show you there was a map feature. Currently, that map feature is a little messed up. I haven't gotten final confirmation yet. Today is a holiday, and over the weekend is just impossible to get people. But I wanted to make this video nonetheless. So here's the areas. I want to show it to you just briefly. Okay. And what this will show you is kind of a map view of all of the areas in this company. And it's acting a little slow here. I may have lost access. Let's see. Let's give it a second here. Now, you can view these as a map or a list. It's taking a second. Let's see if we can get it to work here. All right. May not be able to get it to work in this video. Not absolutely essential. You might remember, though, you can just mouse over it. It's not working currently, but there are ways to filter this. So if we want to filter it, if that referral thing is indeed how we are supposed to sort, which I will, if I find out confirmation from that tonight, I'll send out another email to let you know. That would just never confirm to me that that was the case. But you do have that option here where you can say, where is it? Good grief, there's so many things here. Referral. I don't even see it in this option. So I will get confirmation from that that is indeed how we are supposed to sort this list. I have not gotten confirmation currently, and as you can see, my thing is just spinning and spinning there. So may not even have access at this point. All right. Well, there you go. That is as much as I can give you right now. Again, 2 essential things that you need to do. Just go into the users, and you're going to search out your agents. First of all, make sure they are active. So that is a key thing. But then there may be a filter here. That's the referral. That way you can see only your district. That's not working currently. But it may work once we go live. Again, I apologize for not having more information, but that's all I can get at this moment. So referral free Sacramento, this is the only agent that pops up, and that's not an agent, that's our manager there. That pops up there. But just to show you, you need to make sure that you've got trained, that you are participate in a quartile, and also make sure that the zip codes that you need are assigned. If you like this agent, you click one and it is not assigned. If you don't have enough assigned, then you can go in and select at will and set them up. All right, thanks everybody. Sorry we couldn't give you more information. Like I said, more will be forthcoming as soon as possible.